Hey guys, it's Renee Nicole and I'm back with another video. Just to remind you of who I am, I'm a digital marketer, digital marketing strategist. I deal with strategy and implementation, and I am here to help you take the overwhelm and frustration out of digital marketing by providing easy to follow tips, tricks, and tutorials to help you create content that connects and funnels that convert. Okay, so just to recap again, last week we talked about the customer journey and the value ladder. So if you haven't seen that video, you can click the link above to watch it. Okay, this week we're gonna talk about tagging and tracking and automations within your funnels. Now I'm sure that sounds maybe possibly like great to you, but I'm gonna explain all of that in today's video. Okay, so tagging, tracking, and automations are basically the way that you follow the customer behavior through your funnel. And what it does is it shows you how engaged a customer is with your following and how much they have been following up the products and services or the information that you provide them through your funnels. Okay, so the first thing we're going to talk about is tagging. So tagging is basically applying a label to specific customer behavior, right? Now you want to track customer behavior because what it does is it qualifies who's a lead and who's not really, who's a cold lead, a warm lead, and a hot lead, and who just, is not really interested at this point in time in your products and services. Okay, and then for automations, what it does is automatically follow up or automatically do certain things once the customer engages in those behaviors, right? So when you tag a customer, what you do, as I said, is you apply a label to a specific set of behavior. So a tag could be applied to a purchase, a link click, a phone call that was made, a text that was received, something that they downloaded, basically anything that a customer does that interacts with you in some way, you can tag it, right? So this helps you to track the customer activity through your funnel, and as I said before, measure how engaged they are. So this brings us to lead scoring. So lead scoring is a value or number that you apply to certain activities and behaviors to measure exactly how engaged your customer is with you, right? So the higher the number, obviously, the more likely the person is to convert from just, a casual buyer or a lower end prospect to maybe something higher end, right? So what does that mean to you? So what that does is that you can provide certain specific offers to help convert them, just to push them over from just being, as I said, a casual looker to actually making a purchase. And the second thing it does is it actually qualifies, as I said, who is worth pursuing and who may not be worth pursuing at this point in time. So based on the lead score, which is the number that you attach to the person based on certain activities that they've engaged in, you could determine what kind of offers you want to make to them or what kind of follow-up you want to have with them, right? So for example, if they click a particular link, it might put them into a sequence where you follow up with them about a particular product or service. Okay, or you may even want to do something like following up with them, calling them in person and following up with them because maybe you realize that they have been visiting a page a number of times and they look really interested in this particular product. So you might want to call them in person and say, hey, I noticed that you've been following up on, you've been looking at X, Y, and Z service. Maybe you want to talk to me a little bit more about it. And let me tell you a little bit more about the service and how it works and what my process is like. And, you would have a sales call and try to sell them on your phone. Right? Another thing that you can do is when you notice that they, based on their lead score, you can send more information about something that they're interested in. So let's say it's a particular product that they're looking at and they're not too sure they're kind of like, well, this looks interesting, but I don't know if I should really be making a purchase. Then you can send something automatic that says, hey, I noticed that you were interested in X, Y, and Z product. Maybe you want to see some reviews about it. Maybe you want to get some more details about the product. Maybe you want to see a product demo to see how it looks in action. Maybe you want to see before and after photos. So you send in, tailored information based on what it is the specific activities are. Okay. So in order to between the tagging and the lead scoring, we have automations, which is the automated follow-up based on the activities that the lead has engaged in, right? So you could do that in your CRM or your marketing platform. So it's one thing that could happen, or a series of things that could happen once you tag the customer based on particular behavior, right? So again, a basic example could be once the customer purchases something, they automatically get something else. So they might automatically get a receipt, or like let's say they purchase a membership, they could get automatic access to your membership with the login information, right? But let me give a little more nuanced example. You notice that the customer is on your website and you see them checking out a particular item, right? Based on the activity, you can create an automation that would send up a follow-up sequence, giving more details about the product, sharing reviews about the product, giving product demos, maybe even giving a discount for the product. And basically you're doing several things to follow up with the customer to make sure that they convert from just, window shopping online, or just casually looking at the product or service to actually actively buying it. So you can automate that entire process. Okay, so again, I just want to reiterate why this is important. Tagging, tracking customer behavior, lead scoring, and automations, because it tells you who is really interested in your products and services, so that you're not wasting time pursuing the wrong people. Before, when you had to do all these things manually, you'd have to go through a whole bunch of people to find out who is actually qualified. This way, when you're tagging and tracking behavior and applying a score based on their behavior, who's a cold lead, who's not really interested at this point in time, who's a warm lead, somebody who's gaining interest, and who's a hot lead, somebody who's really, really interested, and as I said earlier, might just need that extra push to actually make the purchase. So that way you can tailor your response based on the activities that you've noticed and the behavior that you've noticed them engaging in, right? So it is really important that you continue to track and make notes of customer behavior so that you could show the right products and services at the right time, because as I said before, sometimes all they need is an extra little nudge to be able to make that purchase. Okay, so thanks for watching. I hope this has been helpful. If you want to follow me on social media, I have in my links below. And again, I release new videos every Tuesday, so be sure to subscribe so that you're the first to know. Okay, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.